Johnny Unitas.
Oh my.
Joe Montana.
Steph Curry, shoe auto.
Reggie.
Those are the card show ones.
Probably the .5s, but whatever.
What a experience at the Baseball Card Connection. We're about to leave Effingham. Had a great time with John and Lisa. I want to thank them so much. If you guys are ever in Effingham, you have to go to that shop. The systems, the people, the community, the family, unbelievable. Absolutely priceless. Go get the experience. Trust me, you will not regret it. And also, we're gonna pop into this place called High Five Sports Cards. We didn't have them on our original tour, but we're making a little pit stop there, so I messaged them. Bowman U has been keeping me busy. I'm trying to look for Wembanyama and Caitlin Clark, and boom. Pulled the Caitlin Clark rookie, first Bowman. Tour manager packing over there. Peace out, Effingham. On to the next one. I need some coffee. So I hit the spa this morning and it hit. And I had a little cup of coffee, but we're gonna use this Panera Sip Club, which you get a free drink every 2 hours. If you're part of that Panera Sip Club, I need you to comment it down below.
It's just so easy, and you get a free cup every 2 hours. A no-brainer kind of mess.
What do you mean?
It's just mailers everywhere. I need order.
Shout out to Hoosiers and Garfield and all these things that she knows about. You know what I know about? Sports cards. We're going to a kick-ass shop called High Five Sports Cards. We found them on Instagram, and we're gonna go see what the sports card community looks like out here, and I'm gonna get a lesson about Indiana from a true Indiana native.
Bobby Knight, Calbert Cheney, Mark Cuban.
Let me throw a chair. Victor Oladipo, Eric Gordon, Yogi Ferrell, Romeo Langford. That's all I know. Give me some NBA. Last time I was here in Indiana, I was at the Midwest Monster, and the first 10 minutes I was here, I went up and found this Reggie Miller mural. I posted on Instagram and he reposted it. And I got a huge shout out to Jeff from All Star Sports. They put on a great show out here. It was actually a couple weeks ago, and I wish we could have made it, but we were planning this tour. Literally editing at a McDonald's that sells 8 pounds of ice for $4.99. Only in Indiana. What is this?
Indiana's weird. I can say that though because I'm from here.
Hey, what are you doing right now?
Don't come at me in the comments.
Working on? We're working
Don't
on
come at me.
She's editing a tour poster in front of McDonald's. Let's see it. What do we got next?
We're just adjusting some cities, some dates, and then we will get this published.
Boom. And I'm editing the box war video, and look at this. Using McDonald's Wi-Fi, editing on the road, the grind doesn't stop. When you guys like these videos and you comment on them, whether you relate or you want to just say hello, that's cool, because guess what? I'll say hello back. We're live on Whatnot on this tour. Use my link down below, claim your $10 and have some fun. We are in Bloomington, Indiana. Just got the tour from the famous AG class of something, something, something. And now I'm having my second cup of coffee, and look where we are. We're at a sports card shop called High Five Collectibles. Wow, look at this. Let's do 2 packs of Prism. I'll open one, you open one. You wanna do that?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Who are we trying to pull?
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. Dude, everyone's buying him. Like when I was at the Dallas Card Show, everyone's buying Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
Why Desmond Ritter?
I think he's gonna be good.
Vince Young, Nick Mangold. See it? AJ Terrell, Isaiah Spiller rookie. Oh, checkerboard, Zamir White.
That's it.
Dude, that's a hit right there. Okay.
Actually, hard to hit a checkerboard out of retail.
We
pack.
just
You usually have to get it out of a gravity feed.
You're telling me out of 48 packs, we pick out 2 random packs and you pulled it. How does that feel for you?
Amazing.
Have you ever pulled a checkerboard?
Nope.
And in business almost a year and a half.
Almost a year and a half. And
Yeah.
what made you want to open a shop in Bloomington, Indiana? Literally, like, what is campus 5 minutes away?
5 minutes, yeah.
Why near IU?
Perry and I met at a show before he started doing this, and we just kind of got together, and he'd sort of already had this rolling, and we became business partners. And
yeah, there's just not been a sports card shop here for a while, and definitely there's a market for it. IU sports, so
IU
yeah,
sports.
let's make it happen. So
they met at a show, and the rest is history. I've met a lot of cool people at shows, and we still do business today, and I think that's so cool, man.
Well, I tried to buy him out of the show.
He tried to buy me out, and I told him to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
How much did you want to buy out?
Like $20K.
When he told you that He wouldn't sell you the case. Were you like a little offended?
What a jerk. Yeah.
Well, the rest is history. Well, shoot, we're gonna keep opening packs. We're gonna check it out. Appreciate you guys keeping the doors open. And
No problem.
We're glad to be here, man. What do you think it is about Pokemon? Like the new. I did all the old stuff.
Modern cards don't look like old cards. I think Pokemon cards, the newer ones, they have that same look and feel as the older Pokemon cards. So people kind of mesh that together and still want to do it.
I would think sport would be just huge here.
Yeah, Pokemon. We get a lot from Magic the Gathering too, and like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. Those guys they love it.
My brother knew to only collect holos, and he would open the fossil packs and bring them back to me, and I never played the game. I just thought they looked really cool, and when you put them in the cases and you put them up in your room, I watched Pokemon, saw all the movies, and watched the show religiously at 2 o'clock every day while my mom watched General Hospital, that soap opera. So we had a good tag team there.
Look at the card he has. Do you remember those?
What?
Wait, you were the Derek Carr. You're the one that bought the out of 5 from Whatnot.
No, it was the out of 10.
The out of 10. That's you.
Look at that.
Jalen Chafino,
Nice.
drafted by the Lakers. Paul George, Giannis's rookie year, game worn.
You a big Pacer fan?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite Pacer right now?
Right now, I'd say Tyrese. but
Tyrese Halliburton. There it is.
I'm selling that.
How much is this?
I want 200 for it.
Sick. Number 1 pick, Wembanyama. I was gonna ask you about that.
He's gonna be good.
He's gonna be good.
I think so.
Oh, for sure.
He might have trouble with the ankles, but and then that's the big one.
Ooh, Matt Stafford.
Got it from Ron.
High five cards and collectibles.
There you go. And what's your goal by the end of the year? Is there a card that you want?
I would like to have a Giannis Prism rookie.
Prism rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
He's my favorite player.
Thanks for supporting us on Whatnot, man. That's cool.
We're gonna show you the process of I sold the card to Matthew sold it to the shop owner, and the shop owner now sold it to somebody else. How much should I sell it to you for?
$40.
I sold it to you for 40.
I
For how
traded
much?
it.
80?
Traded it
Yeah,
to me for
traded it
80.
for
Traded it to 80 value. We're at 40, we're at 80. Okay,
Yeah.
and what'd you sell it for?
$1.7 million. 167 on
Oh my gosh, dude, the process of cards.
Yeah.
Everybody wins. So one thing I noticed about this shop is it is freaking huge. We have a Mike Trout box here. Tell me about this. I mean, you guys said you're very organized people.
I thought it would be a good way for Perry to learn about sports players, in all honesty.
Pretty accurate.
Education?
Education, yes.
They're still buying Ohtani, Luka, and Jordan. I mean, I guarantee that's easily our three.
Yeah. Brady was hot for a little bit too.
yeah.
Brady, and then we were selling a lot of JT stuff there
Once
for a while.
Brady
so.
retired for the 5th time, though, I think that slowed
Correct.
it down a
The
little bit.
5th time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We've gone in a lot of card shops. We did a little tour before we opened, trying to learn the things we don't like and the things we do like. And I always saw, and then he saw with me, we saw, the moms or the dads that weren't into cards either hunched in the corner or leaned up against glass case.
Plenty of moms and dads have been caught snoring on these too, when their kids come in. Yeah. You wanted to be relaxed, right? Not worry about the kid doing whatever.
So we have these tables for, they can open product here, they can pull the boxes off the wall, and moms, dads, grandma, grandpa, whatever. Sometimes they bring their cousin in that's not really into sports cards, and they look with them for a minute, but then they jump on one of the couches and maybe watch an old game rerun or news or Pokemon break or whatever we have on. So we generally have 5 different things on the TVs. So
I mean, there's probably 15 showcases, which you usually put on tables, and they're on the wall. So tell me about what's going on with these.
per square foot, what this takes up is nothing. So might as well put them on the wall.
This is sick. This is a 2000 Topps Chrome Kobe 85 for $25. That's pretty cool right there.
or we can go COVID price. You can give me 120 for it.
This is good. So how often are you guys updating these showcases?
I do it every week.
Every week.
Yep.
And are you just recycling cards that aren't selling and just trying to put new inventory and?
I would say that we, in a 30-day period, probably have less than 20%.
You just keep buying. It doesn't matter how much you sell in the shop. You're just continuing to buy.
We've agreed that that's just what we'll do. We might, like I said a minute ago, we might alter what we're doing, but we're not going to slow down.
Are there a lot of kids that collect and come into your shop?
I would say there's a lot of kids that collect the sport they play, but then you also have the kids that are trying to be entrepreneurial. That if they have that parent that's involved a little bit, then they've got at least 1 or 2 resources where they're trying to flip cards and learn through that.
I think a lot of people sell so they can keep stuff. That's what I've been doing that since I was 14. I know I always want to keep, like, I have a Jackie Robinson cut at home, and I sell stuff because I know that I'm going to keep that.
So you have a Frank Thomas on-card auto to 10 there. Got a bunch of Jeter rookies. You can never go wrong there. It's actually a very rare card that's severely undervalued. That's the King Griffey Jr. Leaf. That's the preview version.
Why is that card so rare?
There's probably 1 for every 40 or 50 of the regular Leaf rookie, and the regular Leaf rookie's only worth marginally less than that. So as far as from a pop count goes, this is probably 5 or 6% pop versus the regular Leaf rookie. So it's something that people just don't know about because they don't see it.
Wow, look at these.
Couple of those.
Even that patch is nice.
Beautiful autograph, 1 out of 2. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this card is beautiful. This is the blue limited memberships, 2020 limited. Prime signatures. Is that an on-card? No, sticker auto. What is that, 2012? 2015.
That's a flawless 1 of 1 on-card laundry tag. Nike. It's amazing.
That card's beautiful. The
Yeah.
on-card auto is just stunning. And obviously the 3XL patch Nike, and it's a true 1 of 1. I mean, look at this combo. You got a little Tampa Bay and the Bills. Obviously Baker Mayfield's on Tampa. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, dual auto out of 10. That's a rookie auto?
Yeah.
Rookie auto of Josh Allen and Baker. Oh yeah, they were in the same, I know that Prism set. Colts Central here, and I see a Pat McAfee. Can we pull that out? That's crazy.
Auto.
Pat McAfee auto BGS 10. I mean, he's got a huge following with the podcast and everything.
That's right. Yeah, can't go wrong with McAfee.
Who's the most popular Colts player that people are buying?
Right now it's Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. Yeah. Okay, tell me about Alec Pierce. I don't know anything about him.
So he went to University of Cincinnati. Big-bodied receiver. You know, kind of Pittman and him are both kind of in that role of the number 2. I don't know if we have a true number 1, but he's got some hands. Like, he catches the ball up over people, and we have just sold Alec Pierce nonstop. Calbert Chaney played in 92, 93, one of the greatest college teams of all time. Damon Bailey was on that team as well. Kirk Haston, Eric Gordon, AJ Guyton, one of the greatest scorers in IU history. Then you've got, obviously, Romeo Langford, who now is with the Spurs, and Jared Jeffries, who had a pretty good career. Cody Zeller, who was in the finals this year.
Man, the Giannis of that card's very pricey.
Very pricey.
Sheesh.
Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, one of the all-time greats, and then there's a 1-of-1 Trace Jackson Davis.
He's on the Warriors now.
Yeah. Pretty much have to keep this case refreshed every week, so we got refractors and all kinds of stuff like
this
that.
color match orange.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
in that,
I know it's
believe,
Broncos, but
uniform, but that's okay.
yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. You've hidden this from me, both of you guys. This is like right up my alley. Steph Curry shoe auto,
Yeah,
and,
it's a
it even
sneaker
has
spotlight.
it even has a sneaker spot. Look, it says I can do all things. That's the Bible verse.
And the horizontal, that's so much better than the vertical.
Yeah.
'Cause they make them both ways.
Do you like the horizontal better?
In this, I do. I'm a big fan of horizontal autos, anyways. Even though the industry necessarily is a bigger fan of just vertical.
Look, it's because I think it's because vertical RPA, man. Everyone just kind of got that in their heads.
Someone decided that really wasn't us. So,
Man, what a card. Do you guys let people trade in to these cards? Is this
We do,
kind of like, because that's
yeah.
what, like when I'm at Burbank, I mean, this is all free game for trade.
we don't have anything in the shop that you can't trade for.
And obviously, like, if you want to sell cards versus trade, is there obviously a different value, maybe higher store credit than...
Yeah, so you get higher store credit than you would cash.
And you guys get, I mean, I'm sure you guys have people coming in just trading at these cards if they want to.
Yeah, and we I would say we have a little bit more leniency. Like we take some cards in on trade that we would just flip on eBay, whereas if we're buying them, we wouldn't buy those cards. So.
Yeah, because it sounds like your online presence is pretty strong.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, MPJ from DraftNet. I've actually never seen this. This is from Status. Panini did this in 2010-11. They did an NBA draft, like logo patch, manufactured patch auto. But this is like plexiglass signed on, and MPJ signed on the draft 2018. Never seen this card before until today. That's gorgeous. 22 out of 25 on-card auto. David
With
Robinson.
the script on it. Yeah.
Bible script, Proverbs 1-7. Can't go wrong with Larry Bird.
So he enrolled at IU. A lot of people don't know this, and his intention was to play basketball here, and he felt very out of place after being on campus for a few days, and then that's when he enrolled in Indiana State.
And that was, what do you think it was that he felt out of place of?
Well, he's from a very small town, and I think that it just didn't. it didn't click with him. You know, Indiana State and Terre Haute.
Magic Johnson on card auto.
From just up the road, a little bit north here, and we had a little shop on the square, and I would just go there and buy packs after school and middle school, and you know, put them on bike spokes, and then you know later found some of that stuff.
What does it feel like knowing after being that kid or in that college day up to here that you own a shop now? I mean, how does that feel for you?
I think people say this for different reasons, but I do this and I play poker. Those are the two things I do, and when I opened a shop that was mine in a partnership, you know, I mean, to me, I've arrived. I get up and do what I want to do every day.
So I collected, it was mostly the 90s basketball stuff back when I was a kid. And I actually got back into it. It was right at COVID, kind of like how everybody else did. And then now that I'm a little bit older and could afford it, I decided to go with it, got back into it, opened some packs with my daughter actually. It was a 92, 93, and I ended up pulling a Shaq rookie first pack with her. Hooked on it since. Started going to card shows, met this guy, shop, that's it.
There was a time when supplies were impossible to find, which I mean,
during COVID,
correct.
We were paying more for top loaders than we used to sell them for, so that was tough.
I mean, you guys have to have, you know, graded sleeves, team bags. I mean, I think protection of your cards is the most important thing, correct?
Correct.
We're a big proponent of BCW. We're direct with BCW, so we're a big proponent of their products.
And how about the Zion cases?
Yeah, fortunately for us, we just made a partnership a month ago with Zion, so we're direct with them, so we're able to distribute their cases in the shop, and we've sold a lot of them, so we're trying to keep different sizes. We've got 2-row, 3-row, 4-row, and then obviously the 1-row backpacks, which are really popular for people who go to a lot of shows.
No matter what you're doing, organize it, so later on, especially with baseball, somebody gets hot, you can flip right to it. So get your card dividers, get your protection, put them in a box.
See what's missing up there? No binders.
No
Don't do it.
I love a good, 5-row and some top loaders.
So I see a lot of people that, especially they come in with some ultra vintage stuff that's in great shape, but it's got the bend to it. And of course, I don't know what it's going to look like when the bend comes out of it. So we have to kind of guesstimate on the value on some of that stuff. So when I'm teaching some of the newer collectors, that kind of stuff, I go, look, I did it. I didn't know any better. Look at all my 86 Fleer Jordans that have a bend in them. As opposed to nowadays, you have them in a soft sleeve, hopefully, and then in a hard sleeve. You're touching not the card at all, unless we're talking about trading or selling to you. Then you might want a closer look at it. But just
even some of the people putting the modern stuff in the binders too. When we pull them out and look at them, it's always that bottom right corner's got a little ding.
from going
How
in.
they're-
Oh, from putting it in the binder.
From
I
putting-
never
from
thought
putting it
about
in the
that.
binder every time.
And if you guys want to protect your cards with Zion, use my code Mojo10. Zion cases right here. The link will be down below. Use that referral link, Mojo10. You get that 10% discount. I love this thing. Trust me. It's the best investment for cards. And it's secure. It locks up. And you don't have to worry about losing your cards or your cards getting damaged.
Quarterbacks of the century. This has got Johnny Unitas,
Oh my.
Joe Montana, John Elway, and Dan Marino all on it, and it's just one of the nicest pieces. I think we've owned this for a little bit over a year, and the guy, it was the Monster Show a year ago, not the past one, and the guy told me he hadn't wanted to sell it, and it's one of those times where I love to negotiate, but he threw out a number, and I go, okay. I mean, it was that simple. So
Is this for sale?
Yeah,
Wow. Oh, it's got a price tag right there.
yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. It's in gold ink. It's on the quarterbacks of the century. Okay, if you had to add one quarterback, who?
Peyton Manning.
You're gonna have Peyton?
Yeah.
So-
Some people would say Brady, but Peyton actually started in the 90s, so he would fit this.
Who is the greatest quarterback of all time?
Statistically, no.
Who you think personally?
I think if everyone had the same amount of, the same team, the same coach, and everything like that, I think Peyton Manning would have went down as the greatest quarterback.
It's gonna be Mahomes.
It's gonna be Mahomes, or it is Mahomes.
It is Mahomes.
And what do you think?
So it's already Mahomes?
Not yet. One more Super Bowl.
Reggie.
Those are the card show ones.
Probably the .5s, but whatever.
We had a great time. You guys are very fun, and you don't take life too seriously, but you also know how to have a good time and be serious when you need to and acknowledge the hobby for what it is. If they want to come out here, what are the hours, what days, and where can they find you on Instagram?
Yeah, so we're open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 12 to 7, and then Sunday, 12 to 5. And Perry will drop the Instagram.
Yep, Instagram is at @high5_cards.
We had a great time pulling, but I want you to sign this and throw your name down and where we're at on this. So let's do it. Boom. 1 of 1. I'll keep this. I have a box that I get people to sign the cards, collectors and people I meet. So we're trying to do this along the way. So that's pretty cool. I actually value this more than a base card.
Oh.
It's cool. You see Assembly Hall, what do you think of?
Bobby Knight, Cream and the Crimson.
What does
the
it mean?
Candy striped pants. Don't you guys know about those?
What's Professor Xavier doing here?
And here is also where the sporting event Little 500 takes place, which is what the movie Breaking Away was based off of. And I actually wrote in this. So we sprinted around the track, and then we braked really hard until our bike skidded. And then the other person would sprint next to the bike, and then one person would hold on while they were sprinting. The other person was braking, and then we handed off the bikes. It's kind of hard to explain.
That sounds exhausting. We're gonna watch it. The infamous Bobby Knight throwing the chair.
Throwing.
Steve Reed, an excellent free throw shooter, will have the honors shooting the technicals.
Oh my gosh. And that's just, when you think of that, like when you were coming here, what does that mean to you when he did that?
You know, I was kind of into it, I guess. I think we all embraced the Bobby Knight spirit, even though, yes, he did some kind of kooky things, wacky things like this, but it's like, I don't know, kind of irreverent, kind of bold. So there's good and bad with it.
I won't be throwing any chairs at the National this year, don't worry.